Give us your overall impressions of what you see from Colorado on film.
Very skilled. On defense, which is obviously what we've been watching. On the back end, they're obviously their head coach is, in my opinion, the greatest to ever play, and so you can tell they compete. They're skilled. They play the ball well. They're sound in what they do. They like to challenge you and play man. That's just what it is. And so you can tell they've been challenged, and they play that way. So it's a great opportunity. Our guys have been excited all week as we watch. Just the opportunity to go against good corners, to show what we can do against man coverage. But their defense that flies around and can beat anyone. You see them play a really good Georgia Tech team and played them really well. They got after it on defense. And so it's easy to look at some games and say, oh yeah, this would be easy if you guys do what you're supposed to. But man, we know these guys are a very capable team. We know we're going to get their best in a hostile environment, and so it's a great opportunity for us.
Do they still look pretty similar to the team that you guys kind of looked at 9 months ago, even though you're not obviously accounting for a certain Heisman Trophy winner?
Right.
Kind of thing. Do they still kind of have a lot of similarities?
Yeah, very much. Scheme-wise, it's the same. Their personnel, just physically, who's in certain positions where guys were last year, like it's the same. Big, fast, physical guys, a stout front, athletic, DBs, and so yeah, we see it very much the same. But once again, we know we're going to get a more amped up version. They got some revenge. I know that they're looking forward to, and we have to be ready to respond.
I know you've coached the wide receivers, but what's been the biggest, change to get the tight ends like Carson more involved in this passing game?
Yeah, it just being more deliberate about it. There's plays you design where it's, it could go to them. They're the first read, but then there's factors, right? There's a defense there, and Bears has his parameters in every play. But then there's ways you can actually say, like, increase the chances and say, okay, this is going to go to Carson, right? Or this is going to go to Chase. And you have to be great at scheming those. And so I think it's just a matter of, when you play a team like this, they're playing man, right? And you can have a little bit more control on who's getting certain targets. Whereas a team like West Virginia, it was tough. They did so many different things schematically, and it was hard. So anyways, I think just in preparation, just being really deliberate on, okay, this is what we expect these guys to do, and this is how we can ensure this guy's going to get the ball. You can never 100% guarantee it unless it's just a lock handoff. But in the throw game, you can definitely increase the chances, and we've got to keep doing that with these guys who we need to get targets.
From your vantage point, has Carson been everything you expected?
Yeah, 100%. He's all around tight end. I think we've heard sound bites from A-Rod, and I echo all of it. He can block. He's physical. He's a really good route runner, and he's got that it factor of just on the field. There's certain things you can't coach that you have to react to. Carson's got a great feel of that, and so I'm super excited for all the things he's going to continue to do for us.
You had a really tight rotation against ECU. Was that by design? Are you planning on opening it up at some point?
Yeah, no, it was by design. Yeah, we got to keep. I don't want to spread too many reps around right now. And there's guys who still, Reggie Frischnecht and Tana Kua are kind of next men up right now. And a lot of stuff has to be earned throughout the week. But I still plan on playing primarily those four guys who I have right now outside of JoJo. And then those guys at any point, kind of week by week, will determine how many reps they get.
Kalani had continuity in his staff from last year to this year. From your vantage point, how have you seen that be a benefit to you guys through the first 3 games to have that staff continuity?
Yeah, it's just when you have that continuity, like starting from the top, anything culturally that Kalani wants, like the water is able to get down to the stem because these players are hearing it from the same people. We have our same methods as coaches, and then just schematically, it's the voices is familiar. The expectations are familiar. The language we use is familiar. All that stuff stacked, year upon year, just increases the chances of everyone retaining what it is we want them to from a cultural standpoint and what we're teaching them schematically. And so it's been a blessing to be able to have the retention that we've been able to have. It says a lot about Kalani and the culture he has, and this place is an institution. People just want to be here. I can't believe how many times I hear just guys are like, man, I don't want to go anywhere. Like just the quality of life we have here, the kinds of kids we get to coach. It's one of the greatest blessings about being here.
What's it been like working with Bear? What's impressed you the most about it?
I still don't think he's 18 years old. I don't think he's a freshman. I think he's like a 45-year-old guy in just a teenager body. So he's so mature, like he really is, and you hear it. So I don't want to sound like a broken record, but he's so poised. He's so level-headed. He's not rattled. I can say that I don't know all the Bachmeyer's great. I know Tiger and Bear, but I'd imagine they're all wired like that. They're just steady, man. Not too high, not too low. Says a lot about them, how they were raised, their parents, their environment. So he's been such a great asset to this team, and I think his brightest days are only ahead of him. And he's just mature beyond his years.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep.